When I first walked into Homework House as a teacher, it was definitely the first time in my life where I felt like something full circle had happened. Because now I was at Homework House as an adult, helping a child who may have or have had similar difficulties that I had when I first walked into Homework House. My name is Odalis. I am 24 years old. I grew up in Holyoke. I went through the Holyoke Public School system, and now I work at Sullivan as a kindergarten teacher. I was always a stellar student. I did really well. I didn't really have to try as hard, I guess, as some of my classmates. And then I got to middle school, and all of a sudden I was struggling, and I had to study, and I still was struggling. Something was off. I just struggled with math all throughout school. That was the reason why I came to Homework House, was math. I needed help, and I didn't know where to go for help, and then this program came along.
Homework House simply is an organization that addresses after-school programming and works in our community. But the mission is really to align with the public schools or the charter school to make sure that these kids aren't falling behind.
The program really, as crazy as it sounds, helped see me as kind of like that growth mindset with math. Like, I can do it, or I don't know it yet. I think my tutor back then, she would talk about that all the time, and she would always say that, like, you can't do it yet. And that is small, but it is big. And so I think that it just helped transform the way I saw myself. And that sounds so cheesy, but it's so important, especially in a community like Holyoke. You need to hear it, and you need to hear it often, and it needs to be authentic, because these kids see through that if it's not. It's just so incredible to be able to pinpoint a conversation or a comment that someone made that made a difference in me or allowed me to see myself past this barrier, and just being able to come back and talk about that and be part of the summer program and teach kids and tell them that is just, I think it's more powerful than I ever thought it was. Homework House transforms community because it is ingrained and part and embedded in the community. It's not this outside source coming in and helping kids and then going out. It is a very consistent and constant place and program within the community. It doesn't go anywhere. It's always here. You can run across one of the tutors at Stop and Shop or at church, right? Like when I was a participant. So I think that it's just embedded in the community. It doesn't go anywhere. Kids need a place like the Homework House because it opens doors. It makes education accessible. It makes resources accessible. It makes feeling good about yourself accessible. Homework House allows you to see past 3rd grade, 4th grade, 5th grade, 12th grade. It makes you open your eyes to other possibilities and other opportunities. And it definitely highlights and emphasizes the importance of education on that journey to whatever it is that your future holds. In order for this community to continue thriving, we need programs like Homework House. And in order for Homework House to continue thriving, we need donations to make sure that the resources are there to plant those seeds.
We have a great relationship with the Holyoke Public Schools, but they don't pay for what we do. We utilize and help their students, but they're not paying for us. The city doesn't necessarily pay for Homework House. It's continual. You know, every year we face the same budget strains, we face the same questions about how we're going to keep the programs going. Can we do summer? Can we not do summer program? I'm hopeful that the reputation of Homework House and the impact that it's had will inspire people to support Homework House.
Kids shouldn't have to think twice about where am I going to get this tool to finish this homework assignment? Where am I going to find these counters at home to do this math assignment? Kids should have access to all of these things to complete homework assignments that are expected of them to complete. I just think that it's one of those things that it's a gem. It's surrounded by other programs, right? There's Homework House, and then there's a ton of other after-school programs, but this one's different. Being able to be a part of it and have been a student in it and now a teacher in it is just special. It is the thread that makes Homework House special, is all of these lives interconnecting who all have this common goal of helping kids progress.